Hi, everybody. I'm Andrew Sweeney here with HopNews.com. I am joined by John Mosier. John is one of 4 candidates running for selectman in Hopkinton this year. John, first question. First of all, just tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I moved here to Hopkinton almost 15 years ago now. I'm originally from in between Rochester and Buffalo, New York, Western New York, small town called Albion. I went to the Rochester Institute of Technology, and I graduated there with honors, and I received my project management certification from Oak Associates at Bentley University. Professionally, I've got over 15 years of experience in industrial design. I've spent time working on medical equipment, optical equipment, sporting equipment, but a majority of my design time has been spent in the footwear industry, which is pretty strong out here in New England. I worked for New Balance, and I worked for a consultancy for many, many years. We worked with companies like Reebok, Target, Walmart, Converse, High Tech, many, many others. In that line of work, I got a lot of management experience, both with domestic and international teams, team building experience, manufacturing and marketing experience, as well as design experience.
And why is it that you're running for selectman?
Well, I enjoy serving the town. I've been on the design review board in the past. I'm currently on the planning board, and I also chair the Sustainable Green Committee. And I really enjoy helping the town make progress, working with community groups. I really enjoy that feeling of community, helping to come together and make it a better town. And I was appointed to the planning board. That appointment is now coming up. I will have served my appointment term. That's ending May 17th. And a lot of folks asked me to take the next step up and run for selectman and try to bring what I had to offer there at that level.
Okay, so being part of the government, do you like how things are going right now? Are there any major changes you would make if elected as selectman?
I think we're very fortunate with the Board of Selectmen that we currently have. I think we have a really solid board. I think it's going to be a big loss for the town to not have Matt Zedek and Brian Herr in the positions that they're in right now. As far as what I would change, I'm really looking to build upon the foundation that this board has laid, and I'm more excited about what I can bring.
Okay, and overall, what would you say your number one issue would be?
I think the number one issue for folks right now is budgetary with the town, and I'm hearing an awful lot about the schools. People want to keep the schools strong, but at the same time, there's infrastructure that we need to support, and there's a big demand for commercial growth in this town. We need to help offset that revenue.
And downtown revitalization has been a big issue. What are your thoughts on that?
I think for the amount of money, the $400,000 that we just signed up for, I think it's a pretty good deal because we're getting $3.5 million of state assistance once that design process is done. Also, there was a lot of maintenance costs that were involved on a year-to-year basis, patchwork to just keep the existing infrastructure going. I view it as kind of the used car, new car scenario. How much do you continue to sink into the used car? It might actually be cheaper to go with the new car. So I think it's been a good proposal. The public's had time to vet it and review it, and whenever you can get more for the dollars you're putting out, I think that's a good thing, and it'll certainly helping the downtown spruce itself up is a benefit for the residents. But studies have shown that there's a commercial effect as well. It should be positive for the town.
Okay, and past couple years, economy hasn't been so great. What kind of things could you do or would you do to make sure Hopkinton stays healthy in an economic environment like this?
Well, one of the first things I'd do is be proactive, reaching out to businesses that are going to be compatible from a resource standpoint, water consumption, wastewater, and things like that. We absolutely need to build our commercial base. We have places we can do that in towns such as South Street. I think the town's in a better position than it was because some factors are coming together to give them more capacity for wastewater, and that will allow us more capacity for commercial. But one of the things that I think is really important is be proactive in trying to get businesses into Hopkinton.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I think it's also important with the type of buildings that are going up. For example, we know Legacy Farms is coming online. That's going to be 450,000 square feet of commercial space. Once that's completed, projections are showing that will probably be our number 2 commercial revenue producer. as part of the planning board, I helped work on design guidelines that called for LEEDs rated buildings, for example, leadership in energy and design. Also, Energy Star ratings are included in the design guidelines, and higher levels of energy efficiency. And things like gray water reuse to reduce the demand on Hopkinton's resources. I think those are important, and they can position Hopkinton well for the future because those actually increase the property value of the buildings that are being built. And those types of buildings have been shown to have higher occupancy rates, better return on investment, also better occupancy during the recession. Cambridge, which has LEEDs rated buildings, has said that those have been fully occupied through this down economy. But by having a higher value and a higher demand, that'll equate to more revenue dollars for Hopkinton.
Okay, John, and election day is?
May 17th.
Okay, thanks you very much for coming in. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.